Hello, my name is Retro. Today we review Biker Mouse for Mars. This cartoon is basically a rip-off from the Turtle Classic. In this cartoon, it have an idea what it is and know how to use the paper of the turtles. In the 90s, there are a lot of rip-offs, but Biker Mouse for Mars is one of the few cartoons that know the material pretty well, and they made something else out of it. Now, this series started back in 1993 and ended 3 seasons later, and come back 2006 to add a 4th season. That's pretty rare for a cartoon, especially a rip-off, because this show is very well shining example of how you make a classic rip-off cartoon, and it's just fun because they have fun with the idea. Biker Mouse for Mars, and they ran with it. They do creative fun things, and they actually add story in depth, very little but enough to make it different. Now, the story of Biker Mouse from Mars are basically these refugees who escaped their own planet when these Martians, this other race who took over their land for their resources, because their home planet they kind of spend all their water, food, everything. So the next step for them is pretty much take over Mars and take their resources. Now, the Biker Mars are the last of the refugees because they pretty much escaped barely, and now they pretty much landed in Earth. But they find out the Martians are doing the same thing in our own planet, so they decided to stop them and get vengeance what happened to their own planet. Now, the only problem with this very complicated story is they don't use it that much. They've used very little. They decided to instead use the superhero way. You have to stop the villain, stop their plans, and repeat. And that's all they do every single episode. But the thing is, it kind of works because the little story they use from the complicated story works. Now for time for character breakdown. Let's start from the leader, Throttle. Throttle is a very unique character. I mean, unique, he's pretty much a cheesy, after school kind of special kind of character, because he has this way of talking about you have to follow the rules, you have to follow this, but a very lean, calm, kind of cool kind of thing, and that's pretty rare. I mean, usually leaders are like this, are basically annoying, but he has this kind of way to saying things to calm, relax, and you just like about that. Our next character is Moto. Moto is pretty much the most of the group, the one who has the robotic arm and unbelievable cool weapons on his arm. And this guy also a very sentimental mama's boy, but of course you can't say that in front of him, who would pretty much rip your face out. It's one of those characters is pretty much a gentleman, but tough, and you like about that. It's our next main character would probably be Benny. Benny is basically a character who is full of himself, who would like to party, and he would like to destroy things. And you also have this strange relationship with the secondary character. Charlie is pretty much the only female character, and also the mechanic who fixes everything they break. I mean, quite everything. She's pretty smart for a mechanic. And also Denzel in the Stress. I mean, she basically got captured every single episode. You also have new secondary characters only come out only on season 4. Like Stoker, he pretty much used to be the refugee leader and also trained some of the Biker Mice, but later on he pretty much betrayed and sold them out for good reason, trying to protect the Biker Mice, and now he's trying to redeem himself. Our final secondary character is General Carmine, who pretty much is the leader of refugees for Mars. She also a badass, and he also have a relationship with Throttle, but the relationship is interesting and dramatic. I kind of wanted to see this more, but sadly she just very little on season 4, so it's kind of disappointing. Now let's talk about the main villains now. Well, not really. They have nothing really to show. I mean, the villains are not original or entertaining. Only time they're actually interesting is there has this conversation to each other. That's the only time they're actually entertaining. Besides that, they're pretty much copy and paste character. It really doesn't bring anything new to this franchise. Especially in the season 4, they come up with new villains that actually are cats. But even the cats are really not that interesting either. They have their moments, but nothing special, so I really don't know how much to talk about them. Now, art design was interesting in a way because they have more detail than normal cartoons. This one kind of appreciate how much the work they give it each character, especially in the main 3 characters, till you see season 4. Season 4 dropped completely. Feels season 4 was trying to be different. I don't know why. Season 4 they should keep the same design, or I don't know if they have the budget for it. Kind of messy and dropped, and some of them look anorexic. I don't have no idea what went wrong with this design. My final thoughts about this series is pretty much fun and lovable. This cartoon has everything what you wanted for the classic Turtles and new idea. And on top of that, it has a great music. I mean, the music set the theme of the whole show and it helped so much in the cartoon. Now, the only problem is the villains. My opinion was lacking so much that it kind of ruined some of the show. And even with that, the show was still good. I have to recommend at least watch one episode. You will see how so enjoyable this cartoon really is, but you just sit down and have fun with. I recommend not to watch the whole series in once because it does get a little bit dull. Now, the last thing before I checked out is pretty much season 4. Season 4 wasn't that great. I mean, it had potential to be better and improvements, but it kind of dropped the ball sometimes because how it was written wasn't that strong. So it's kind of the weak of the 4 seasons. No, that's the thing I have to say. Now, I have to give a my rating for this cartoon an honest 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.